So she is a multi-time All-American guard from Baylor, part of the WNBA. Odyssey Sims, one of the more dynamic players ever at Baylor University, joins us on 365 Sports on the eve of Brittney Griner having her jersey retired on Sunday. And Odyssey, thanks for your time with Paul and Craig. And I'm Smokey. Great to hear from you again. Great to have you on the show. What do you think this means on Sunday for those who played with Brittney or for Brittney?
I mean, I think we all know it's long overdue. Been waiting for it, obviously. It's something that could have been done a long time ago. Obviously, no shade to Coach Monkey, of course, but I'm excited for her. You know, I went through it. I got my jersey retired the following year after I graduated. So to have that, that's a great accomplishment. And like I said, Brittney is one of the best centers to play college sports when we were playing, and will be one of the best and most dominant centers in the WNBA once she retires. So I'm excited. I can't wait to be there, just support her, and definitely something I don't want to miss.
Odyssey, when you guys were playing together, there was a ridiculous confidence about that team, obviously. But, you know, when you look at great teams, like throughout any kind of basketball you want to talk about, men's, women's, whatever, if you have an elite point guard and an elite post that are in such synergy like you guys were, you pretty much can win all the games you play in. What was it like knowing that if they were fouling the crap out of Brittney, you guys were going to be fine? If they were double teaming you, you guys were going to be fine. No matter what, it just kind of worked out.
I mean, you know, we had a really good team when I came in my freshman year, really all throughout my career, of course. But that '09 class specifically was a strong group. And then you add me to it. So, I mean, it's fun being at the top, but it's not fun being at the top, of course. Everybody wants to beat you. Everybody wants to play their best game. Always looking to upset. So, I mean, it never, I guess it just never fazed us, in the sense of we knew who we were. So every time we stepped on the court, we didn't really play to prove anything. It was just more like, we're good. We know it. Win or lose, you know, we still know that we're good. We still are going to dominate the Big 12. We're still going to go deep in bracket play, like all that stuff. We just kind of knew. Now, of course, my freshman year, did we know we was going to lose to Texas A&M? Absolutely not. Junior year, did we know we was going to lose to Louisville to get back to the Final Four? And I feel like, of course, we should have won more than one national championship.
Yeah, that was
with the talent that we had.
Yeah, that was one of the things that if somebody would have said that somebody was going to have Brittney Griner, Odyssey Sims, among others that were a part of that team, that you'd come away with one national title, would you have taken that bet?
No, probably not. Like I said, I know, and I mean, obviously, you guys, everybody that watched us play when we were in college, they knew what team we had. It's just one of those. It's basketball. One team has to win, one team has to lose at the end of the game. So I mean, of course, yeah, we took some losses, some hurt, especially more junior year. I know that one hurt more than freshman year, just because we were picked to go back to back. To have a team set an NCAA record on us in threes was crazy. Never have I witnessed or been in a game like that until my junior year, but nonetheless, it was fun. I wish I could go back and play at Baylor for 4 more years. That's how much fun I had. Really enjoyed it.
That game against Louisville.
All
three of us were there.
Yeah.
Was that almost like playing in a fog? Because you brought the team back from 20 down, whatever it was. You had maybe perhaps your greatest moment in a loss. And then they hit the shot or the foul shots at the end when they were fouled by Brittney. Was that just like a fog?
That was what I can say on that one is the true definition of I literally played my heart out. I played with every inch, every single energy, bug, everything in my body. I played until the buzzer went off. Like, I was so exhausted. When we lost, it felt like my heart had been ripped out my chest. It hurt, and it hurt for a while too, even after we lost. Just knowing, like, going back, we traveling, like it stuck with me for a while. Like I said, for a team to set an NCAA record on us was crazy. And then, of course, we get down to the wire. We come back, get down to the wire, and we lose those 2 free throws at the end. So definitely a heartbreaker.
Odyssey, obviously you and Brittney are close. All the team was close. What was it like for you having to watch from afar what she went through when she was in Russia?
I mean, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that much. But one of those, I mean, what could I do? I prayed for her every day. Just was waiting for her to get out. I knew at some point she was getting out, just didn't know when. And I feel like she was in there way, way, way too long. Just some of the stuff. I mean, I can't imagine. Me and Brittney are pretty close, but that's one of those things, like, it's super, super touchy. So I could never ask Brittney, like, tell me one of the craziest stories you have while you were in there. You know what I mean? Like, just enough for her to say she had to cut her hair because she was going to get sick was enough. Like, I think that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I can't even imagine what she went through. But I tell you, I prayed for her every day. I was excited, super, super happy when she got out, and to see how she just got out, came back, played in the league, did not miss a beat. The love that she's been getting from when she got out last year, of course, when she came back to play was a lot. Like, everybody loves Brittney. It doesn't really matter what she does. She could be one of the worst persons in the world, but she's not. But I'm exaggerating a little bit, obviously, but she could be one of the worst people in the world. But the fans, all the way from BU up until Phoenix, they love her. And to have her out, I was so excited. I mean, like, of course I cried a little bit. I had a couple times where, I cried. I didn't really want to talk about it, during the games and stuff. Of course, reporters asked me. I didn't really want to speak on it because I didn't want to keep talking about something that we couldn't change at that time. You know what I mean? Like, all I could think about every time it was brought up was, man, I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. I hope her mental is great. Like, I hope you know what I mean? Like, I hope she can get through this. So I'm happy for what Phoenix did. They still pay her salary, even while she was, out there, in there. I thought that was love. So to have her out, I'm excited. And then, like I said, have her jersey retired. Everything that she's been doing is going to continue to do. She's a great human being and even a better teammate.
So the last game she ever played at Baylor was that loss to Louisville up in Oklahoma City that you've referred to, that, again, you played your heart out, at blood, sweat, and tears to the end. But one of the things that was kind of a dark time, obviously the Russia story, but was after that when a story came out on ESPN, the magazine, about Brittney, and it was written by a reporter named Kate Fagan, and it was it seemed to be very much negative towards Baylor and also Coach Mulkey. What was that like? Because you were still a part of the program, and I know she came back like in the fall of that year and came to a practice, and that really kind of started kind of a distancing of her and Baylor, did it not? And what was that like as a former teammate?
I mean, the only thing I can speak on is Coach Mulkey and Brittney's relationship. Like, when I played with her, I don't know any details as far as like their relationship now, what went on once she got to the league, when she came back. I'm not sure. That's not something I feel like I should speak on. But I will say they did have a relationship at Baylor. If they did it, they did a damn good job of covering it up. I'll say that. But, I mean, there was no issues. There was never anything out of the ordinary that a player dealt with a coach that we don't normally deal with a coach.
Would you say that she was beloved on that campus, whether students and or fans at the games?
Of course. And she's still loved. She's loved probably 10 times more because of how that situation happened, when she was in Russia. I feel like everybody across the world, all across America, wanted her to get out. and just to show the love, like I said, the love that she got and has been getting since, and even while she was in there, was tremendous. I mean, I'm just like, I guess I can't say overwhelmed because that's not the word I'm looking for, but definitely, Brittney deserves everything that's coming her way.
Odyssey,
and more.
Odyssey, I've always wondered this, and it was more gamesmanship and sportsmanlike after the game when I asked you guys about it. But I remember going to Bowling Green the year of the national championship, which was way too small of a gym for you guys to be playing in anyway.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember that because we played Ohio State, I think.
Florida and some directional school from California. But yeah, you played. Yeah, you played Florida.
It's been so long ago.
Okay.
It's been so long ago. I'm old. Okay, sorry.
But girls lined up outside to see you guys, especially to meet Brittney. I mean, it was really amazing to see. But I remember in the press conference that we had for Florida, and then you guys followed right after. And you guys actually were in the back of the room because it was right at the end and it was kind of running long. You had walked in, and Florida had a post player that was from England, and she was quite good. And somebody asked her, what is it like? Is it, daunting to have to guard Brittney Griner because she's been so elite? And the player said, oh, no, I've played better players internationally, so it's not really that troubling. And then in the first, 4 minutes of that game, Brittney dunked on her. Was that something that you guys was that something you guys heard and went, oh, okay, let's show you what the world of basketball is really like?
I go back, like I said, we knew we were good. Mm-hmm. So nothing really bothered us what any opponent said, because I mean, if I'm playing somebody that I know is good, I'm going to say what I feel like. I'm, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk my talk a little bit too. So, of course, like Coach Moki used, she would come in the locker room, or she paid attention to that stuff more than we did, of course. So she would come in the locker room sometimes and try to motivate us, or say, hey, so-and-so said, you can't do this. Like she would do it to all of us. Not every game, but she had a different ways of motivating. That was one of them. But it never really fazed us. I wouldn't say we laughed it off. It was just like when the ball go up, we know we hooping. So if you gonna beat us, y'all have to play y'all best game. And I say that from the best player to the worst player. Every player that comes on the floor, you got to play your best game. Like, and I mean a player that's averaging 10 and she had a career night against us of 25. Those are the type of situations that we had to be in or were in when we played our opponent, because we were just that good. So it was like we did have some off games, of course, but it was like when you brought your A game and you beat us, there's nothing that we can say but give you your credit. Because at the end of the day, when we go to sleep and wake up, whether it's a win or a loss, we still know that we're that good. Because our practices were top tier. The competition level was through the roof. We used to go at it every day. All of us, we used to go at each other every day in practice, every single day. But it was good competition, of course, you know what I'm saying? But that's how we got to going 40-0 my sophomore year. That's how we lost A&M, but A&M is a prime example. They hit a bunch of threes. They had Sydney Carter go off. They had Sydney Colson go off. Like other players that we prepared for Daniel Adams to have a good game. We prepared for the other ones to have a good game, but they stepped up. Like Sydney Carter was on fire against when Jordan Madden was guarding. Crazy. Hadn't played like that, and we were like, okay, we're good. These are the players we got to keep our eye on. Then boom, one that don't even average more. It's not even in double figures. Had once again a career night. So we were just so unbothered. Like it just when we won a championship that year. I mean, we pretty much knew we were going to win when we got to the Final Four. And then when we got to the Final Four, we knew we were going to beat Stanford. We knew that it was going to be an easier game when Notre Dame beat UConn. We knew we pretty much had the championship in the bag. So with that being said, like I said, we still woke up. We still went to sleep and woke up, and we knew we were just too good. And it was like too good. Well, we knew we could have won more than one championship, but once again, you can't control how the game's going to go, or we have an off night, another team making every shot. So you have to control what you can control, but nothing bothered us.
Odyssey, when the jersey announcement came out, which was in the last, couple of 3 months or so, and Nikki Collin, the head coach now, has been pushing for that. Did you communicate at all with Brittney about that? Was without getting into your business, but was there any kind of back and forth between the two of you?
No. I mean, I don't talk to BG every day.
Right, right.
I talk to her every now and then, of course. We played in the summer of the year when we play against each other. But what was I about to say? What was the question?
Well, no, that's okay. But when the announcement came that they would retire her jersey, was there much discussion about what that meant to her, and also any communication between the two of you?
It's crazy. I haven't talked. I would say, like I said, I knew the moment was coming. I didn't know when. So, and I figured she knew that the moment was coming too. She just didn't know when. I guess she's communicating with Nikki. More back and forth probably on their end as far as dates and stuff. I talked to BG over the last few months, but not a whole bunch. But I did just text her. I think was it yesterday? I texted her yesterday. I guess she didn't think or didn't know if I was coming, and I told her, "I'll see you Saturday and Sunday. See you soon." She was like, "I can't wait. Thank you for being here. I feel better knowing I got you there."
That's great.
And I told her I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Have you been to the Foster Pavilion before this weekend?
No. How about wait. Yes. I've been to one game in the Foster.
It's a different deal, isn't it? It's just like the whole thing is right on top of you as a player, right there on the court.
Yes. But I like arenas like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's not like super big, it doesn't hold 10, 12, 15,000. Even if it's 8,000 or 5,000, when it's like that, it's 10 times as louder than it just being more flat, and it's like a big gym. You hear the ball bouncing and what people are saying rather than, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
More of like a louder crowd. Like, I like loud crowds, like super loud.
If you don't mind, one more question, and thanks for your time. Caitlin Clark last night broke what was the NCAA record. Lynette Woodard played at Kansas and scored more points in her career. It was called the AIAW. That's back when I was actually at Stephen F. Austin. But what are your thoughts about Caitlin Clark's game?
I mean, the girl is good. I'm a fan. I'm so ready for her to get to the league to see what, the transformation, obviously, from college to WNBA. It's not always an easy transition. Some players it takes a couple of years. Some they can come from college and go straight to it, like Asia Wilson. Then you have some that have to develop over time. I don't see it. I don't see that being a problem where she goes in the league. I just don't think. I think she's going to continue what she's doing at Iowa in the league every year, and I feel like, can she get any better? Like, can she get any better? I just feel like she can't.
Yes,
like,
she's very dynamic.
I mean, she's very, 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 very elite. She will be she is one of the best players to play college basketball. The records, the assists, her rebounds, what she does every night is almost like unreal. It's kind of like how Steph does what he does, off the dribble, the way he dribbled the ball, everything he does. He might shoot it, he might shoot a floater, he might throw it behind his head. Who knows? It's just like, that's how she is. You just never know what kind of night she's going to get. And all of her nights are loud. Even when she has 20, 10, and 10. Nobody's just doing that on a night in and day out basis. Nobody's doing it. Like, she's unbelievably good. That's the best way I can put it.
Well,
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Well, you could tell. And thank you so much. See you this weekend. Thanks for being on the show today on the event coming up this weekend at the Foster Pavilion. Always love watching you play. Always enjoyed watching you play and talking to you whenever we could. Thank you, Odyssey. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Odyssey Sims, former Baylor All-American, the guard, who talking about